Okay, there's that. As you can see, amazing payoff. Hi, I'm Michelle, and today I'm going to create a look that matches my shirt, my Disturbed concert shirt, with the NATASHA DENONA MIDI Zendo palette. This is what my palette looks like. You can see I've gotten some use out of it. I enjoy this palette a lot. I'm not really sure why other people don't. But I've got my eyes primed. My base is already done. I forgot to brush my eyebrows up, but there we go. My face is already done. So let's go ahead and get into the eyeshadow palette. All right, how am I going to do this? I'm going to start off with this teal shade here. And I feel like this teal cream to powder matte right here is what a lot of people were disappointed with this palette for, which I'm not sure why. I think they were just using the wrong brush, because look at that. Do you see that? That's some pigment right there, okay? If you go on with a fluffy brush, that ain't gonna work. Okay, for cream to powder mattes, I like packer brushes. And just depending on the shape, depending on where you're gonna use it and put it. But I wanna go ahead and put my very, very bright inner corner down before anything else happens. And I'm getting creases. Setting creases, let's not do that. Okay, there's that. As you can see, amazing payoff. Okay, so the problem here for me is that I don't have my preferred brushes clean. Hi, baby. All right, next I'm gonna go in with this synthetic brush. I would prefer to have a natural haired blender, but I don't have a clean one, I don't think. Let me see. Yeah, I do, I just found one. I'm gonna go in with this mini booster into this very, very dark, like aqua green, teal, marine blue, whatever, cream to powder matte. And this is a slightly more detailed blender because I really want to get the color payoff. It's a cream to powder matte, so I want the pigment to be really intense. So I'm not going to go in with a super fluffy brush because that is just going to give you no color payoff, which is what everybody was complaining about these teals for. And I don't know what they're talking about. These teals are amazing. I think it's the tools that they're using and their techniques. You know, tools and techniques make a big difference. So that's all I got to say about that. I'm just building out the shape that I want. And see, for my cream to powder mattes, when I want the intensity of the color, I stamp it on rather than blend it on, okay? You blend it out afterwards, after you got everything placed, but stamp it on the way you want it, okay, with a less fluffy brush. And then you see, do you see that color payoff? That's two shades, this one and that one. That's it so far, okay? Next. Okay, now I'll go in with a little bit of a fluffy soft blender. This is an E25 from Sigma. I've got no additional product on it. Am I going to use anything to blend it out? No. I'm just going to soften the edge a little bit by just slowly. Let me show you. Let me turn my mirror so I can see while I'm super close to you. I'm just slowly patting this out, see? Softly, so that it gets a little bit softened, but I don't blend away the pigment and fade it away too much. Okay. I just want to soften that edge a little bit. Can you see the difference? Okay. And I didn't like go off making, you know, blendy circles or big swipes, anything like that. Okay. Just for these cream to powder mattes, the best technique is just pack and stamp it on and then softly tap to blend out with a different clean brush. That's the secret, because you can very, very easily overwhelm the look by using the same brush that has all that pigment on it. Okay, let me just get this other one blended out a little bit, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, and then right here, I'm going to just soften these two together a little bit. I really love the way that looks. That's where we're at so far. Okay. No additional product, just making sure that I don't have any streaks or anything in my teal. Okay. All right. Okay, once I've got everything in there and placed, then I can go ahead and like soften out the crease once I've got everything in where I want it. Okay, I really, really love the way that looks. And it really doesn't need very much more in my humble opinion. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use this lighter shimmer, blue shimmer here on most of the lid. And then I'm going to go in with the darker shimmer on the very little back part of the lid, blend it into that teal. So I'm just going to use this little shader, natural haired shader, going in with the light one first, loading up my brush. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's so pretty. I love that. There it is. There's how that beautiful blue looks. Now this blue is more blue than the teals are, okay? So it takes away a little bit of the green effect of the look and gives it a little bit more back to the blue, which I like. Okay, so there's that one shade. Now I'm gonna go in with this slightly more detailed packer. It's the Flat Definer from Sonia G, and I'm going to go in with this dark shade, this dark shimmer blue. I also love this blue. And watch, I'm just going to put that right here and marry the outer corner to the lid. Can you see the difference that made? I'm not really sure if you can tell on the screen, but I do see the difference here in person. It just kind of blends out that edge of where those two shades meet. There's the look. Let me do the lower lash line. I'm going to go more into the deep blue on the edge instead of going like this, I'm going to go like this. So I'm gonna do that for the lower lash line. Okay. All right, there's that. Honestly, I felt like that just needs to be blended out a teeny tiny smidge. What can I use? I'm going to go in with this little Morphe JH inner corner highlight brush and just soften up the bottom a little bit. So it's a little bit of a less harsh line, but I don't want to like blow it out and bring it down. There's that. Okay, honestly, I'm really happy with the way that looks, but I'm really happy with the way this looks, but for a little extra pizzazz, we're going to go into this duochrome shade here. This one is called Yana, which I don't know what the Yana is. Y-A-N-A. What? Yama. Y-A-M-A. I don't know what that is. But if you can see, it shifts, okay? So this one shade here goes really good both with all of these on this side and all of the warm tones. So this right here, like, is your intense shimmer for your lid for all of the other shades. So I'm going to take a little bit of a fluffy packer. Okay, this is a BK Beauty. I don't know what it is. It's from the new extension line, I'm sure. Maybe. No, this is the original one, the little 202, that's like the fingertip one. Anyway, I'm going to go in with the Yana, okay? And watch what this does to the look. Where are we going to put this? I'm going to put this over here on the outer edge of the lid where it'll be like just a highlight above the actual eyelid, just for a little bit of pizzazz. Did you see what that did? Just for a little bit of oomph. Okay. You see the difference that made? Just right here in the middle, right on the center of the eyelid, kind of like a little spotlight right there. And a little bit off towards the front, but not too much, so you can still see that like blue right there. Well, all right, let's just mix it on all the way over because it looks more uniform like that. There we go. That's the look for me. I like it a lot. Okay, now that I've got all that done, let me take an empty brush, a small detailed pencil, and I'm just gonna blend out these edges a bit more. Okay, make it look a lot more blended. Since I'm not gonna go in with like a brow bone highlight or anything like that, I'm just gonna super soften that up. Love. That's it. That's the eye look. Okay, let me go in with some eyeliner and mascara, and I'll be right back to show you the completed look. I should have painted my nails a teal to match. I'm gonna do that as soon as I get off screen. Okay, I'm back with the completed look. What do you think? I really like it. I really like the look. I love the teals in this palette. I don't know why anybody says that this color wasn't impactful, because for me, I always get amazing impact out of this. NATASHA DENONA Midi Zendo is one of my favorite palettes from her. I love this as a more wearable approach to a rainbow palette. I love this palette so much. I don't feel it deserved all the negative hype that it got. I said what I said. I love the Zendo. Let me know what you think of the look I created down below. Let me know, do you have this palette? I saw that this palette is now on clearance at Boxycharm. If you've been eyeing this palette, that's a great way to get it for super cheap. I don't even know what the price is. I paid like, I don't know, I think I paid full price for that. And I love it. I'm perfectly content with it. I'm happy with that palette. I've been satisfied with every single look I've ever created with it. I really enjoy it. And quite frankly, I feel like I need to play with it more because I love that as one of my top rainbow palettes. It is missing some purples, but other than that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the look that I created. Let me know what you think of the look down below. And so yeah, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to click the thumbs up button. It really does help my channel out so much. And make sure you're subscribed so we can hang out again. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.